I'm Sam Wilkinson. I'm Head of Public Art for UCL and the Curator and Programme Lead for the IoN-DRI Art Programme. It's a really important programme for UCL. We have a commitment to how artists can work with our academics and our students and our professional services teams to reflect who we are as an institution and, very importantly, talk about our research. And obviously this is a critical building for us in terms of future research around dementia and neurodegenerative diseases.
I'm Annie Cattrell and I'm the lead artist making 2 public art commissions. My first commission, which is called Everything is Connected, will be on the side of the new building, which is just slightly behind the face on Gray's Inn Road. And it's going to wrap around the corner of the building, so it's at an angle. It's based on ideas of looking at dendritic growth formation, so neurological imaging. So Everything is Connected will be gilded with 24-karat gold. It will allow any kind of sunlight or an artificial light to be reflected and absorbed, so it'll sort of change through the day.
I'm Freya and I am working on 3 projects. Laertes Atlas is going to be 12 stained glass windows that will be found around the building. They are going to be lit with meteorological data taken from different places around the world for the 12 months of the year. So they'll each represent a month in the year and they will kind of wake up to a dawn and a dusk.
I was brought in to demystify the lab. The final outcome is going to be an artist book, and that will document all of the events we've had, which include 3 podcasts, a live performance, a talk, and we've got a sound installation coming up.
The second public artwork that I'm making is called Mirror. It will be on the ceiling of the entrance area from Gray's Inn Road, which is part of the old Royal Free Hospital archway. So when people come through the entrance area, a mirror will be on the ceiling. My hope is that they will kind of realise how important and significant the space is, and the artwork will reflect that threshold.
My work is developed through colour relationships, pigment and dyes, and the work I intend to make at Gray's Inn Road is a combination of bringing together the colours that have been used and the dyes and stains by the scientists to make an installation wall painting that runs through the building.
So the second work is called Furtive Ground, and for that I was really interested in seeing kind of the material correlations between the human brain and the site that we're on. And so I worked with a neurologist to kind of go through the soil reports and find elements that would be found in our brains and also on the site. And we kind of really took to 2, which was calcium and magnetite. I asked the 2 construction workers to go to the bottom of the excavation of the building, and they took 2 clods of soil, and then we've actually cast one of them from the chalk from beneath the ground and one of them in magnetite, and that's going to be suspended through the building and will always find magnetic north. So anytime you're in the building, the building in a sense becomes a compass.
The Arbor programme is a knowledge exchange programme where artists, academics, patients and carers all work together to explore areas of research together.
Where my research focuses on familial Alzheimer's disease, we're going to be developing creative workshops where they can come together and share their stories, experiences, and really share with us the things that are important to them, the meaningful milestones in the FAD journey, whilst engaging in artistic activities.
And we're interested in 2 main things. One is the roles that families take when they're faced with dealing with this disease, and the way we want to help families explore that and teach us about their experiences of that is through using collage.
We're working on a project that's exploring the phenomenon of memory and forgetting, looking at that in different ways, including how it's assessed in a clinical setting and also how people think about their own memories.
So the project will look at ways of using drawing and diagrams to try and capture how our memory works, especially in relation to its opposite, forgetfulness.
We're doing a project called Ebb and Flow. I'm working in collaboration with 2 researchers, Mara and Tatiana, on a project exploring doing a knowledge exchange between artists, researchers and people with a lived experience of dementia or their carers, sort of exploring uncertainty and the role that uncertainty plays in those different kind of contexts.
So this is a very exciting opportunity for a researcher to be part in this project, because it gets me out of the laboratory and connects with the real experience that is going out there.
I'm working with Tom Miller, who's a Wellcome-funded clinician scientist. Our project's called In Search of Lost Time, and we're going to be working with Tom's patients to try to help them to remember various incidents from their past using storytelling, moving and still image. We're interacting with the patients by going on a walk with them to a place that's familiar to them, where they have a history, talking to them about that history, and then working on recalling some of the details of that day at subsequent dates.